Hi Vox, I'm so excited to see you for your December 4x4, 4 things in 4 minutes. December, the month of all of the fun things: hot chocolate, Santa Claus, reindeer, Christmas movies. What else? I like Christmas pajamas, goofy Santa photos. My favorite guilty pleasure is Santa photos gone wrong. They're the best. It's the best comedy that I think is on the internet, just being honest. Um, I love Advent season and I love Christmas. So lots of rich opportunities for connection and family traditions. So much fun. Attached to this email, there will be a list of activities that you can engage in with your family to celebrate the season, either through Advent or through traditional cultural activities. So I wanted to talk about a few things today. One is most common problems that I'm seeing in check-in. So when you check in, when you enter your family into PCO, a couple of things need to be present in order for that to be functional. One is a phone number. So when you put in your information, the adult information, a phone number needs to be present at the bottom of the email, or at the bottom of the form, sorry. And that's so that when you type in your phone number, we can find you. It's useful if there are two parents on there and both phone numbers are listed. That way, if one of you isn't present, the other one can put in their phone number and whatever. Okay, so that's one thing that can typically go wrong. The second is a missing birthday for your kids. So if you don't put in your kid's birthday, the system doesn't really know where to put them in a class. The system basically thinks that they're a fetus, so they wouldn't be going into a classroom. So those are the two big problems. If your kid is moving up a classroom, you can always hit the drop-down menu. So when you check in, it's going to automatically populate them in the class that most fits that age range that I've pre-programmed into PCO. But you can always hit the drop-down button and choose a different class, and it will assign them to a different class. So there's a few things for check-in to hopefully make it easier for you. Second thing is that starting in January, we are going to be checking your tags. So that means when you check in and you hit print, there's the big tag that goes on your kid, and then there's a little tag with a code. It's like a bag check code, honestly. And that's your code, your parent code, and that's the one you keep with you. So starting in January, we're going to be checking those as you pick up your kids. It's not so much because we think that you have some nefarious plans or anything, but because as we have new parents that come in, we want them to feel safe and secure dropping their kids off. It just allows us to be a little more welcoming and open to the outsider. Okay, third thing, I'm going to go over 4 minutes. I knew I would because I haven't seen you. The third thing I wanted to talk to you about is the process of differentiation. So this is a common problem for a lot of parents, and it's actually something that the Malaire family is dealing with currently with mainly our teenager. So my spouse and I had our teenager when we were very young. So now as he's growing up, we are having problems differentiating. And what I mean by that is that when he faces problems, they feel like my problems. When he says something unkind, it hurts a little deeper because I'm not having an easy time separating myself from him. So as we grow and mature emotionally and spiritually as human beings, we self-actualize. These are probably terms that you've heard a lot in modern psychology. And differentiating is a part of that process. Differentiating from your spouse. And it's basically saying, I own my feelings. I own myself, and I can't own anyone else. So my son has a bad day. That's his bad day. It's not my bad day. And I can love him and I can comfort him, but ultimately I'm me and we are separate. So that was something I wanted to share with you, my struggle, and hopefully that helps you I know a lot of people my age that struggle with that. So if you do, you're not alone. We are in that boat together. The last thing I wanted to share with you is just a quote, and it's a short one. It's from Richard Rohr. And in his last podcast that I listened to, it's called Leading with Love. He says that the path to soul transformation is great love and great suffering. So I wanted to share that to leave you with as we all grow, because we're growing together, and our kids are growing. They're growing inside greenhouse and they're growing outside of it, and they're growing with you, and we are also growing alongside them. So I hope you are having an amazing week. I hope that November was an amazing month and that Thanksgiving was very thankful. And I'll see you around.